I've generated over $404,000 with meta ads for my clients in the coaching niche, in the info product niche, okay? And in this video, I will show you everything that you need to know about ads that will actually help you make more money in your current coaching business, okay? So if you're already operating an agency or a coaching business, this video will help you scale with paid ads reliably by revealing you knowledge that's literally behind a massive paywall, and by showing you exactly what has worked for me and my clients in the coaching business and what has generated over $404,000 for us so far. I'm generally seeing across 4 to 5x ROAS across all of my campaigns for my clients, okay? And the max ROAS that I've ever generated for a client was around 10x, okay? So we put 10 grand in, we got 100K out, okay? Now, I will show you exactly what meta ads are, how to target correctly, how the tech works behind it so you actually understand what's happening, who to target, what to optimize for, and how to actually adapt these ads to your current funnel setup. So no matter if you currently have a VSL funnel or a webinar funnel, I will break down every single thing in this video. And without further talk, let's dive right in. So first of all, I want you to understand how Meta's targeting actually works. Now with the Post Andromeda update, what we want to do with Meta when we target someone is we want to go broad, okay? We want to go broad. We don't want to go with pocket audiences, because I could target, for example, people who've followed me. I could target people who've watched the video. I could target people who've interacted with my Facebook page or whatever, or with my Instagram profile. I could retarget these people when I run an ad campaign, but this is not what we want to do, because I've run retargeting campaigns in parallel with completely broad campaigns, and I've always seen the broad campaigns crush the retargeting campaigns completely. And the reason for that is absolutely simple. Meta optimizes for the lowest, okay? It optimizes for the lowest cost per result. Meaning Meta wants you to get the lowest results possible with your overall campaign. Now when I tell Meta, okay, I want to get the lowest results out of this video view audience, or the lowest results out of my followers, or out of people who interacted with my Instagram or whatever, then you're telling Meta, I know how to do retargeting better than you, which is just not true, okay? If you don't have the biggest Instagram account, this won't work, because you should always trust in Meta's AI platform, in Meta's AI algorithm, and Meta's AI matching system, okay? And this is the number one thing, the number one rule: trust in Meta, okay? They're making money with us, and they're investing in good matching softwares. So basically, what we always want to do is go broad. Now, with broad, there is something very interesting what happens in terms of your targeting. So when this is a broad targeting, and let's say I operate an Amazon BizOp coaching, okay? Meaning I'm selling BizOp. Basically, I'm teaching people how they can scale their Amazon business through my help. Now, what you want to do is you want to define different marketing personas, and different angles that you go within your ads will help you target different parts of the overall audience. So let's say this is the TAM, okay? This is the TAM, the total addressable market in the United States that you have, okay? And basically, these are all the people who are between 18 to 60 years old, because you've selected this in your audience selection. Now you can select location and age in the audience selection. And then what you want to do is go with different angles, because different angles will attract different personas and will help you target different markets. So basically, when this is the total addressable market in the US, when I go with the angle, something like, okay, if you're already an Amazon seller and you're looking to scale to 50K or whatever, I would be here. For example, Amazon sellers, okay? Amazon seller. Let's put it over here. I would only be able to target people who are already Amazon sellers and who resonate with this messaging, because Meta will match my language. Meta analyzes the entire language in your ads and will match it to Amazon sellers. If I target people, my ad goes something like, okay, so if you failed with dropshipping and you're now looking for another way to build an side income on Amazon, then I would basically target dropshippers over here, okay? Now, if I go with a messaging, something like, if you've got around 5K to invest, you're currently working a corporate job, you want more financial freedom on the side, you want to build a business that runs with you working all the time and simply have more financial freedom for you and your children, then I can show you how you can build a profitable side income on Amazon by following the exact same method that Walmart has been running for decades, okay? Yes, I know how to do these ads, I'm doing this all the time. This would basically be a corporate professional, okay? Then I would only be able to target corporate professionals over here. If I go with an ad, something like, if you've got burned by an e-commerce course, this would be this messaging over here. Do you see? The kind of messaging that you pick determines who you actually will target with your ads. Now, if your cost per millis go high, if your cost per results go high, if your ads are fatiguing, it means that you fatigue this market, because if I always went with this kind of messaging towards Amazon sellers making 10K a month, I will fatigue this market. And this is when I don't want to basically transition to, for example, targeting dropshippers or corporate professionals or people who got scammed by an e-commerce course. Now, there's another very interesting thing that happens with your overall targeting, because your targeting isn't only your angle over here. Let's say my targeting here is still the Amazon sellers angle. Your targeting is basically, okay, your targeting is your messaging. Targeting is your overall messaging, so basically the angle that you choose, plus is messaging plus the standard event, okay? Messaging plus standard event. So as you can see over here, the Amazon seller messaging, when I go with, if you're already an Amazon seller, you're making 10K a month, okay? Then I can basically still address different parts of the Amazon seller audience through a different event that I'm optimizing for on Meta. I know this might sound a bit technical, but you're gonna get it right now. Now look, basically these are everyone who's an Amazon seller, okay? This here. These are all the Amazon sellers in the US, okay? All the Amazon sellers. This, okay? Now, when I select a different standard event, and there are different standard events that you basically can optimize for. There are very, very high quality events, stuff like purchase, for example. There are lower quality events, stuff like schedule, for example. And there are even lower quality events, stuff like lead, for example, okay? And you can basically choose what you want to optimize for, and you generally always want to optimize for stuff like purchase or complete registration or schedule, so basically the higher quality events instead of stuff like, okay, submit an application. Because when we think about what can a lead do on your website, he can view content, he can follow you on your Instagram profile, he can submit an application, he can add an item to his cart. But what actually tells us more about him being a good customer for us is purchase. Did he purchase something? Did he schedule a call? Did he complete a registration for a webinar? And what then happens is Meta lets you address leads. Like when you choose a standard event, okay? When you choose a standard event, stuff like purchase, complete registration, schedule, and so on. Meta lets you address all the data points that have ever been collected for this exact standard event in the past. So you can you get access to 56,000 data points, okay, that Meta has accumulated for its customers in the past. And you can simply then target leads who have purchased in the past, meaning they are more likely to purchase in the future. Or leads who have scheduled for a call, a sales call, meaning they are more likely to schedule in the future. And you basically gain the access to this knowledge, and then you can basically leverage it in your very own advertising. So as you can see with our Amazon seller messaging over here, I can then target, for example, with my standard event, because keep in mind, your targeting is your messaging plus your standard event. I can then target people who basically got basically leads, right? I can select the lead standard event, but I can also for a higher quality, especially when I want to optimize for sales calls, I can select the schedule standard event, or I can select the complete registration event, or I can select the purchase standard event, right? Now, you always need to basically know what these standard events do. So when you basically want the highest quality leads that you can ever get are purchase leads. However, when you want to basically sell on a sales call, or you want to make them register for a webinar first, you ideally not always want to optimize for purchase first, or you just want to optimize for purchase if you have something like an OTO, a one-time offer, a VIP ticket upsell. Now you could optimize for complete registration or lead for your webinars, right? Because lastly, like when someone registers for a webinar, it's either a lead or a complete registration. But you want to choose complete registration because it indicates that people are more likely to have registered for webinars in the past compared to leads, who are simply people who are basically freebie seekers. Leads are people, are events that other advertisers have used to attract people to opt in for a free lead magnet, okay? And this is not what we want. We want people who are serious about showing up. So only selecting, when you talk about making money here, only selecting complete registration as a standard event will get you a higher lead quality. Well, meaning we'll get you better show up rates, we'll get you better book call rates across your entire funnel, meaning more ROAS and more out of this entire campaign, okay? Now with that being said, guys, I want to show you exactly how to implement this right now in your funnel. So basically, first off, you need to understand there are two different things to track this events on your website. There is the overall meta pixel, and there is the conversions API. The meta pixel is basically something like a track code on your website. So you basically have your website over here, your VSL funnel, and then everything these people do is getting tracked. So they see the headline, tracked. They have a type form and submit the application over here, tracked. They want to purchase something and add it to their card or whatever. Then basically what I have over here is also, I'm tracking this, okay? I'm tracking every single thing that leads to on my website with this pixel. Now this got blocked a bit by some iOS update. Meta still figured it out, so I'm generally always recommending go with the pixel if you don't want to really invest all the time in setting up the conversions API for some better events. And when you set up the conversions API, keep in mind, conversions API is basically what it does. It sends from your server. So let's say this is my server, okay? Then it would directly send from my server to Meta's server. So not from the browser, which the pixels do, but from the server basically, okay? And these are ways to track it. And then you can basically have your pixel or your conversions API optimized for different standard events. I always recommend go with the pixel. It's the simplest way. You can set up a conversions API quite easily as well with some third-party services, or you integrate it in if you have a developer in your backend. But basically, this then allows you to optimize for standard events with your campaigns. And I will show you now exactly which standard event to optimize for in your coaching business right now, because there are basically two things you probably have. You either have a VSL funnel or you have a webinar funnel. Now with a VSL funnel, which probably the majority of you guys has, what we want to do is we want to optimize for the standard event schedule, okay? But where do I put this damn good standard event? Like, where do I put it, okay? Now basically, look, what we want to do, what we've seen work insanely well in the past, and I'm going to really share some nuggets here on this channel, right? So really feel free to subscribe if you haven't done it yet, or give this video a like if you haven't done it yet. And by the way, if you want us guys to come in and implement this kind of advanced strategies in your very own business, feel free to reach out to me. It's simon.asman on Instagram, or growinginfo.com to book in a free strategy call with me. So basically, this is our main VSL funnel landing page, okay? We've got a wonderful VSL over here. We've got our Typeform application over here. And then what happens, I'm gonna make it a bit bigger, is we have our Typeform, right? Let's say this is our Typeform. It's embedded, but I want to emphasize it over here. Then we send it to our scheduler, where they can then book in a call, right? And then after they book in a call, we can send them to two different confirmation pages. Okay, so I want to have one confirmation page over here, right? Basically one over here, and I want to have another confirmation page over here. These are the kind of like the call confirmation page that you see all the time, right? One over here, one over here. Now what actually happens is you want to do some pretty cool stuff. So what could we do? I could optimize for someone submitting an application over here with my pixel. I do not want to optimize for this. Okay, why? I don't want people who submit applications. I want people who book in calls. I could optimize for people who watch the video. Don't want them. I want people who actually book in calls. So what we do is we have some conditional logic over here in our type form. We allow people who have more than 1K to invest to book in a free strategy call. Okay, we allow everyone who has more than 1K to invest to book in a free strategy call. Let me do it like more than 1K, obviously. Now, okay, this really depends on your business model. Meaning everyone who has less than 1K to invest won't be able to book in a call. Now, okay, after they've booked a call, I only want to send people who answered that they have more than 5K to invest to our actual pixeled confirmation page. Okay, this is the pixeled confirmation page. This one has a pixel on the page. This is where I'm tracking events and I'm sending them back to Meta. In this case, I want to send a schedule event back to Meta because they scheduled a call, and after they hit the confirmation page, where I'm going to redirect them to after scheduling a call, they will send the schedule event back to Meta. Okay, makes a lot of sense. But everyone who still has more than 1K to invest, so everyone basically between 1 and 5K, who doesn't have more than 5K, will get sent to this page. They still booked in a call, they still saw the confirmation page, but they don't send the data back to Meta. And the reason for that is pretty simple. I want the highest quality of leads for my pixel. I want the highest quality leads to report data back to pixel, because the pixel basically operates on recency bias. And when they're continuously 5K leads, when I'm continuously sending people back to the pixel who have more than 5K to invest, it will optimize for more of these people. Okay, I could have left this. I could have literally said, okay, I'm going to send all of you to the exact same confirmation page, and I still would have gotten good lead quality. This is probably what you're doing right now. If you're running ads, this is what a lot of people do. Still works. However, the other way, I apply conditional logic to get even better lead quality, and this is what will give you a conditional edge, and not a conditional, but an edge over your competition. And don't underestimate this, because your pixel is kind of your data set that keeps accumulating. And the better the data is that it is trained on, the better the output will be. Okay, so essentially some pretty sick stuff on how to set up your VSL funnel. Now look, what we want to have next is the webinar funnel, and for the webinar funnel, there's so different ways to do it. And I'm literally getting excited over here when I'm thinking about explaining it to you guys. Because look, there's a very simple way. Let's say this is my webinar, right? Oh, really need to get a bit better at drawing this stuff over here. But basically, right, this is my webinar registration page. We've got our headline, sub-headline, we've got our do you want to register for a webinar or whatever, and then we've got some nice videos over here below, some proof. Now, after someone registered for a webinar, this is the registration page, the sales page, okay? After someone registered, I can simply send them to a pretty normal registration page over here. This is really how you can do it, very normal. Registration page, they see the thank you VSL, they've got some more copies, some student proof, and then this page can already be pixeled, okay, this page can be pixeled, and then what I want to send back is either the lead event or the complete registration event. I would go with complete registration, but you can also go with lead, okay? And this is basically how you do a normal webinar. You have your registration page, someone registers and hits the registered page, where we then fire the event lead or complete registration. Now, you can also obviously put this on another level. So what I could do, I could go with a similar way to how we did it for the type form. I could add something like a qualifier question to this page. That I basically say something like, do you have the capital available to invest into inventory? Do you have got around 5K available to invest in inventory? Check mark the box if you do. Do not check mark it if you don't. and then everyone who check marks will get sent to the pixel page, and everyone who didn't check mark will still be able to register, but will get sent to the non-pixel page. And I want to make the qualifier quite soft because it's a free webinar and we don't want to deter all of the leads there. But basically, we don't need to have such strict friction. But basically, this is how you then optimize for better lead quality. Now, what I could also do is I could send leads after they purchase. I could remove this. And I could send, after they purchased, I said already, right? I could send leads directly to a page where I'm trying to upsell them something. So let's say someone wants to register for my webinar, then I'm sending them to the registered page after they registered. And the registered page also has an upsell on it, something like upgrade to VIP for $27, okay? Now I can still optimize for people who just hit the registered page through a lead event and complete registration event that fires there. However, then let's say I have my upsell on there, my very nice upsell, and then someone can basically add the event to their cart, check out, and then we will have leads who check out and buy and leads who don't buy. So this would be non-buyers, okay? And I still want to send non-buyers to a confirmation page, which is a very, very normal confirmation page. And then I have people who will actually buy, and I want to send them to our other confirmation page for buyers. And when they hit this page where I congratulate them on the purchase, I then want to fire, like this one will be pixeled, the standard event purchase, okay? Because here, someone registered for the webinar. I want to make it very clear. Someone registered for the webinar. I optimize for my pixels on their complete registration. Someone actually purchased, someone was on this upsell page, okay? This is the upsell page, but obviously people only hit the upsell page after they were able to register successfully, and then they hit the upsell page. And then what I want to do is if they purchased, optimize, basically send back the event purchase, and if they didn't purchase, send them to a normal confirmation page. And then you can basically optimize 70% for people who register and just hit the normal upsell page, and 30% for people who actually purchase. And this is exactly what you want to do for your webinars right now, okay? And this is the exact strategy that we've literally used for our clients to generate over $404,000 with ads. You now know exactly how to select the right messaging, okay? How to select the right standard events, what a pixel, what a conversions API is, and what events to optimize for your current funnel. You don't need more. The only thing that I can say, put around 15 to 25 ads in one ad set, then do ad set optimization. If you don't want to go with very, very advanced strategies, go with a broad targeting, set up your pixel the right way. There are a bunch of guides on that as well on my channel, okay? And then you just want to optimize for the right event. And that's literally it. Do not scale too aggressively. You want to scale like an exponential form. You do not want to scale like this, okay? You want to scale very, 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 very exponentially with your budget like this, okay? So around 10 to 30%. You want to, if you are profitable, up your budget by 10 to 30% every single day to keep stacking on more spend and collecting more momentum. If you like what you've seen, guys, this is exactly what we do for our clients, okay? We implement the entire ad strategy. We implement we write the ads. So obviously we didn't even talk about copy here in this video. This was more the tech side of things and the actual mastermind and planning behind how to make this work. But obviously the copy needs to dial in. You need to have 15 to 20 new ad creatives every single week. You want to run advanced Forrester campaigns. You want to run, to optimize your landing pages with split tests. You want to have obviously the right webinars and VSL in place to actually convert leads coming from these traffic sources. Now, if you want us guys to implement all of this for you, like literally every single thing that is connected to scaling your coaching business, based on the exact knowledge from generating over $404,000 with paid ads, and obviously organically, we can make you way, way, way more if you already got some nice, some followers, because obviously running ads is the master discipline of organic content. Then feel free to reach out to me. It's simon.asman on Instagram. I will put all the links in the description, or growinginfo.com to book in a free strategy call. Now, with that being said, guys, appreciate watching. If there's someone who can really need this video right now and needs to improve his overall ad campaigns, he's struggling with ROAS right now, who maybe is even writing red numbers, then send him this video. Please leave a subscribe or a like to this channel. And if you're already a subscriber, then I will welcome you back very soon with a massive banger.